Saurabh now joins us, Saurabh Gupta, with all the latest. Saurabh, a speech via video conference of Uddhav Thackeray. What all did he say?
Well, he's making this point that, the Shiv Sena is the core, as of course the party workers who are here today. He also said, I don't feel bad for those who've left us, but how will you run your shop without the name of Shiv Sena and Balasaheb? So obviously this is in reference to all those MLAs. Now several Shakha Pramukhs, Vibhag Pramukhs, who are district heads, and Zilla Pramukhs are all here at the Sena Bhavan. They've come from Yavatmal, Wardha, all these places. In fact, I spoke to some of those Zilla Pramukhs and Vibhag Pramukhs, and all they said was that, look, these MLAs are people who we worked for, we've elected, but they have now gone, so we can choose and work for new people. But it's not going to be easier, as easier than said, because obviously this is going to be a huge challenge for the Thackeray's. One is, of course, to keep the party intact together, and the second part is also that when you have so many MLAs leave, and like they have in this case, Uddhav Thackeray doesn't really have the support of MLAs. Most of the MLAs are with Eknath Shinde at this point, and they've sworn allegiance to Eknath Shinde. But Thackeray's believe, or at least the Shiv Sena leadership here believes, that when they come back to Mumbai or go back to their constituencies, when they meet the real Shiv Sainik on the street, will they be able to justify their actions? Because there is a certain amount of, suspicion over the Shiv Sena, of the BJP that's crept into the Shiv Sena, over the last few years. And how are these people going to convince the Shiv Sainik, who have a very close bond with the Thackeray name? So obviously that's one thing that the Thackeray's are depending on. They say this is Balasaheb Shiv Sena and this will remain Balasaheb Shiv Sena. Eknath Shinde wants to merge with the BJP, and this is, of course, cannot be BJP's dictation when it comes to the Shiv Sena. It has to be independent, like Balasaheb envisaged it. In fact, Uddhav Thackeray saying, when you cut a tree, you can take its fruits, you can take its leaves, you can take its branches, but you cannot take away the root.